Hey everyone, Kyle here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the easiest way to qualify leads. So if you're generating leads, essentially you always want to qualify before you start presenting to them. So usually the steps go like this. Step 1, you generate a lead. Step 2, you qualify it. Then step 3 is you present. And then finally, step 4 is you close them. So the easiest way to qualify is something which, if you've been in sales, you've probably heard of. If you're not in sales, then this is going to be super helpful to you, but it's called BANT. So what this stands for is budget, authority, need, and timeline. So usually some of the biggest objections you'll handle if you're presenting to someone is they don't have the budget to buy. Next is authority. So sometimes if you're selling to a business, there may be multiple people in that process that need to look over the product before you buy it. Or say you're selling a house, you might need husband and wife to look it over. So authority is all about figuring out who needs to essentially check off on this purchase. Third is need. So if someone needs to upgrade to a 3-bedroom house, or they need software that's going to make their business more efficient. And then fourth, the final one, is timeline. So sometimes if you're selling something like a house, they could be looking for 6 months in advance. Same thing with software. Essentially everything is, there may be budget lockups, there may be budget freezes. So you need to understand these 4 parts. So once you generate that lead, you obviously just want to give them a quick little phone call. This could be 10 minutes where you just ask them a few questions and uncover their problems about budget, authority, need, and timeline. And then once you get past this and understand it's a good quality lead, then you could go into the presentation saving a bunch of time, knowing you're selling to the right person. You're not wasting time by selling someone who isn't looking for the next 6 months. It's really super important to go over these parts, and this is probably the simplest way to qualify a lead to make sure you can present to them. So that is ultimately the easiest way to qualify leads. If you're a salesperson, this should be your number 1 step right after you generate leads, is to make sure all these check off nicely, and then you could go into your presentation, whether it's a slide deck, whether it's a home tour, whether it's a car, whatever you're selling, you could now present to them knowing you're not going to waste your time because they're properly qualified. If you guys want more sales content, go ahead and subscribe down below.